Welcome to Real Life Investing. This is Al. I'm going to be talking to you about Doginme. Doginme is a nice little meme coin, and it is also on Base, which is a part of Coinbase. One of the things we want to talk about here is the fact that if you're not careful, you might miss out on a great opportunity. Um, as the ones we had been talking about earlier were kind of low risk, but I got to admit that um, Dogging is considered to be high risk. So just a little bit of a heads up before we talk about this lovely coin here. But remember, whatever we say on the channel is not financial advice. However, if you like what you see today, we just ask you to like and subscribe to us. We are growing, and we just ask that you grow with us. Now, Dog and Me has a tremendous amount of potential because of the fact that if you notice right here, the market cap is currently 7.65 million. I think a day or two ago, the market cap was like at 6 million. And one of the things we got to understand about Dog and Me, even though it is at a low level, most likely it's not going to go anywhere. Being a part of Base, already being registered with Coinbase, etc., and being a part of that particular market, it's going to be sticking around. The only thing about it is if we have some downtimes, you won't be able to, I'm going to say, take profits right away. But not an issue, something we're going to be considering. All right, so in the last 24 hours, if you notice right here, Dog and Me has been up like 13%. Over the week, Dog and Me is up like 6%. I think that right now it is, how can I say, just like everything else in a down market. Let's see, over the month it's breaking even. Over the year it is down, but not a worry because of the fact that pretty much everything else in the market is down as well. So we're not worried about that. Let's kind of look at the actual cryptocurrency prices overall. I'm noticing that the fear and greed index is getting a little bit less fearful. So that's going to come in our favor. Also, I'm looking at the market cap. Let's see, Bitcoin is at 72,000, which is pretty nice. Ethereum well over 2,000 as well. What's that? Cardano's kind of holding steady here, 27 cents. Look a little bit more. I see we've got a lot of coins that haven't moved as of yet, and they're just kind of sitting still. Nothing wrong with that. So let's keep that in mind. Aptos is definitely looking interesting, right at $1. I remember, let's see if I can find the other one I was looking at as well. If I can, yes, I'm looking at Sui right here. Sui is under $1 at 95 cents. So something to consider, guys. We're not jumping out and buying everything, but there are some good bargains out there. Take a look at the Bitcoin dominance. The Bitcoin dominance is getting a little bit more dominant at 59.3%. Ethereum is going to be at 10.4%. What I want you guys, excuse me, to keep in mind is the fact that Bitcoin it will fluctuate. It's going to go here and there. But at the same time, no worries. We got to understand that if we're in a market that's kind of shaky, that's not bad. Our assets, as far as I'm going to say, Bitcoin and other assets, are going to eventually be just fine. So no worries. Let's go ahead and move a little bit. Taking a look at Dog and Me, as far as on the X and the Twitter site, notice the community is still going strong, still got that Dog and Me, so to speak. So the Dog and Me community hub on X got well over 1,000 members here, talking about the dog leveling up. A lot of beautiful, how can I say, beautiful scenery with the Dog and Me. A lot of nice artwork as well. Right into the storm, let it know your name, Dog and Me. Fear is a test, Dog and Me. So this is really good. Making sure that we got that dog in us. Congratulations to, what's that, Jensen Huang. He's got that dog in him. Talking about the power of NVIDIA. Says just in NVIDIA reports 68 billion in revenue for Q4, higher than expectations. So nothing wrong with having high expectations and things going extremely well. So That's something we want to consider. A few more memes here with the dog and me. And oh, I like this one. Dog and me watch. It's time to find that dog in you. Of course, it is time. So we want to keep that in mind. Let's keep it moving a little bit more here. Oh, nice. Oh, this looks good too. A lot of great dog and me art, if you noticed. Something very, how can I say, effective is community that produces good art. So we're very happy about that. Let's go to the actual official Dog and Me website. Um, got that dog in you, so to speak. Where is this information? It says Dog and Me came into life February 2024 when Barcaster founder Dan Romero was asked if he owned a dog. Replied affirmatively, no, but I got that dog in me. So that's it's pretty powerful. It says standing far beyond our roots on Farcaster, Dog and Me is now representative of the community's collective efforts to embrace and embolden that dog in them. I want you to look at something, and I mentioned this before, but I got to remind everybody, don't forget that Dogecoin started out very similarly to Dog and Me in some aspects, and the fact that neither one of them has like a great amount of utility. So we're not really concerned about great utility. The only thing that we want to look at right here is great potential. By Dog and Me being a part of base, and by Dog and Me doing as well as it has as far as the regulations, etc. We want to understand that Dog and Me is not going anywhere. The thing is, my personal opinion, and this is just where I'm coming from, not financial advice. If I can accumulate Dog and Me at under 10 million market cap, sooner or later, because it's been well over 10 million market cap before, sooner or later, once the market turns to the upside, we know that Dog and Me is going to be looking very, very nice, looking very good. So we want to keep that in mind and make absolutely sure that in these down times that we catch these little nuggets. Personally, I would get myself a moon bag. I'm just going to fully disclose I do have a little bit of moon bag in Dog and Me already. But if I haven't already, I would get a little bit of moon bag of Dog and Me just to make sure that I'm prepared, just in case something happens and I'm missing out. You know what I mean? So I really feel like Dog and Me is going to be a very, how can I say, it's going to be a very profitable. It's going to be, it's going to make great gains. It's just that you're going to have to make sure that you scoop at the right place at the right time. And right now is a very good time to consider Dog and Me. Let's go a little bit further and look at this is going to be Changely blog. And right here, they're talking about the best altcoins up under $1. This is giving Dog in Me as number 6 on that list or that ranking. And right here, it mentions the fact that Dog and Me is a meme coin born from social culture rather than a product map. It emerged from online communities and exists primarily as a tradable asset. The reason why that Changely blog chose this, it says the Dog and Me represents the far end of the risk curve, small cap, socially driven, highly speculative. So we've included it to acknowledge where meme liquidity concentrates during risk on phases, not for its long-term fundamentals. So you got to understand that, yes, Dog and Me has a lot of great potential. Fundamentals, we're not saying it doesn't have any, but at the same time, the greatest potential for Dog and Me is for, how can I say, highly speculative. When the liquidity in the market goes back up, we know that Dog and Me is going to go back up. So I know that the main thing we want to see here is that Dog and Me is very much a how can I say, even though it's got a little risk to it, there's a very strong possibility, in my personal opinion, not financial advice, that there will be a reward. So outlook for 2026, I'll read this. Doginme is best viewed as a pure sentiment trade. Upside depends on mean cycle rotation, while the downside risk is significant due to limited liquidity and lack of fundamentals. So disclaimer that they give, and I think we all need to do that. Say this is a high risk asset. Do your own research, size positions carefully, and assume the possibility of rapid loss of capital. In other words, if you buy something like Dog and Me, make absolutely sure that you're not putting all your financial assets in one basket. Dog and Me, in my opinion, it's going to do rather well, but I think it's going to take a while, just like everything else. But in my personal opinion, try to get into Dog and Me before it's too late because of the fact, and I don't want to say anytime it's too late, but the thing is, this is probably one of your best opportunities. While it's under 10 million, I think that this is a steal. Um, as long as you're not one of those people that's got to sell all the time, you're going to be fine to sit on this for a few months. Even if you sit on this a half a year or a year, you'd be better off just hanging tight. Dog and Me is going to be great. And hopefully one day you'll get a chance to see it moving with the big dogs. Have a good one. Talk to you soon. Bye bye. Please share, like, comment, and subscribe to Real Life Investing. And thank you for watching.